Oh, did I get out of that? Wait, what happened? Here we go. I was like, what's going on here? I couldn't tell. Here we go. Okay, I think we're good to go. It's bright. There you go. Greetings, Christy. There we go. That smells like it. Now this camera having a little more harder time. Let's see here. Let's figure out the lighting a little better, huh? There we go. That looks a lot better, I think. Just making this lighting and stuff up as it goes. So, I am getting ready to make a wine. Oh yeah, that's some good lighting. This is my Husky light. Uh, I got that from the Depot Home store, if you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it works pretty good. I got it for night gardening, and I haven't night gardened yet. Really, I'm gonna do it soon, but I'm doing the live. So greetings, it's SOULY Rich LLC. DiamondDeals.Hills.com is my website, of course. I also have a shop over on TikTok, of course. SOULY Rich LLC 5 is the handle for my TikTok shop. And blessings in abundance, and thanks for tuning in this evening. Okay, so I need just a 12 gauge, I think. Now, do I want to use? No, I probably want to say that till I order some more. This is something personally just for the garden. First and foremost, let me see what scraps I got. Okay. Here we go. Alright. I need to go in the garden. Alright. Greetings. What's up, Pen? Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for liking the live. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I am doing some night creating. Just in my backyard. About to make a wand here. I don't know. I was in real like fairy tale like. So yeah, I'm gonna make this wand here. Alright. Wanted to talk a little bit grooming. I don't know if anybody's following that story with that young lady. Oh, last time I wore my mic, it was going in and out, and I don't know why. Let me give it another try. Maybe put it right here versus on the side. Maybe that's what it was. But yeah, I've been following. Yeah, I had read up on this story. I haven't been following it. I read up on this story. Thanks for sharing the live. Gratitude. Oh, my live is glitching. Hold up. Thank you. Thank you, Pan. Listens to you. I don't know. Maybe that made it better. I turned the Wi-Fi off. That might have been why I was glitching. Like you dipped out too fast for me to ask them about it. I guess it's okay. Is my live still glitching? Alright. Okay, so. Need some gloves so my hands ain't sliding. Got this oil on my hands from my hair. So, yeah, that. Excuse me. How's everybody doing this evening? Thank you for the follow. I'm about to make a wand. I'm making a wand. So please, even if you don't want to stay the whole time, come back so you can see how the wand finishes out. I don't know if I'm going to finish it all tonight, of course, because I'm starting late, but I'm going to see how I feel. Let's see how I feel. See how far we can get with this here. So first, I am going to wrap the handle. I'm going to make a wrap on this handle here. So, and this this wand was given to me by a dear friend of my mother. Uh, she found this piece of copper, kind of like a small piping, and she thought of me, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it. She's like, you could put it in your garden. And I was like, that's true, I can't. And so I accidentally bent it. Um, I had bent it right here. And so when I bent it, I was like, wait, what can I do with this? And so then I saw this, and I was like, yeah, thank you for the follow, gratitude. And so this is how this wand came about. All right. So thank you all for tuning in. I am Diali Rich. I make copper and crystal jewelries. I make all of your holistic items. I make bath cleansing, aka rituals, whatever you want to call it. I make teas. I make herbal pre-rolls. Um, I also make return to sender, right? Return to sender spells, because we got to return it to the sender, right? Why not? And then I make candles. Can't believe I forgot to mention the candles. I make candles. I also make herbal capsules. I make herbal capsules. I make capsules for the also arthritis and joint pain. And so all of my herbs are some are local and then some are ordered. It just depends on where I go. And my crystals, I used to have a lot of them that was imported from Australia, but they closed down, unfortunately. So now I don't have that. Uh, I don't have that store anymore, but I do have a local store that I like to go to and get crystals from, and their crystals are awesome. It's here in Ohio. And my shop is located here in Ohio, and I've been in business for 6 years. For anybody wondering, yes, I've been in business for 6 years now. Uh, Before I started my business, I was a caterer, and I'm also still a caterer. I've been catering for 20 years as well. Uh, I deal with food, making sure people is safe with their food. And with coppers and crystals, I have come across information on how to utilize these crystals for mental health. Um, so there is crystals that you can use to help you with your mental health issues. And so I took the time to learn what crystals you can use for what. And in some cases, some reasons, they say that, there's no scientific proven evidence for some things. However, I do my own experiments, and that's how I learn what works and what does not. But I also do my own research as well. So I have researched the capsules that I make, and I researched how they help the body. One thing that I wanted to design these capsules for was I wanted to design them for uh, making more white blood cells. I wanted to make these capsules be very, very big, and they are. Feedback from them. Um, my number one customer is my mother, and I know that sounds like very cliche because it's like, hey, it's your mom. She's, she's gonna tell you these things, but I will tell you, I've taken these things myself, and these things do work. I take my green CCW Matrix Elixir drink. I take that every rising, and it works well. It works awesome, actually. And the other thing that I do is do the my joint pain release. I do those, and those work really good as well because with the jobs that I perform, I'll say perform with the jobs that I perform, it requires a lot of standing. I mean, a ton of standing, and sometimes it makes my legs really, really tired. And so when my legs get really tired, they hurt, the muscles burn, all type of stuff. So with that being said, I will yeah, trying to get this wire to wrap at the bottom. So I'll take some of my joint pain capsules and copper hair accessories. No, but I can make some hair accessories if you like. They're very easy to make. I can make copper hair accessories, glasses, rings, bracelets, necklace, um, shoe earrings. And actually, I'm glad you mentioned about the copper hair accessories. I'm in the middle of designing a copper headband. I'm actually going to design a copper. So what you're seeing on my head right now is my goggles because they do help me see things at a magnifying rate. So that may be what you're seeing right now here. Got a little light on it. Got a little light on it so I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, that's what this is. Yes, but I can make hair accessories. I was just looking at a video because my mom has locks and I wanted to make some for her hair. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make some of those. And so my favorite thing to make is the copper wands. Um, I've made a bigger wands than this. This is like probably no, this is not my smallest one. My smallest one is right over on the table over there. I'm gonna grab it in a minute. I'm gonna show y'all my smallest one. It's a amethyst stone, and it has a sailing knight attached to it. It's really cool. I'm gonna grab it. Give me a second here. I just want to complete the wrap here because sometimes some things will come apart if you don't finish it. So I just want to make sure that it's intact here. And then I'm gonna grab that wand that's right over here on the table. So I'm not gonna have to go far or anything like that. All right. So far we're just doing a handle wrap here. That's it. So far, I'm just going to wrap this handle. Now, that's why I said I don't know if I'm going to be able to do all this tonight. I'm going to try. Thank you all for tapping the screen. Gratitude, blessings, and abundance to you. And so, but I want to center a crystal in here, and then I'm going to web it around. And then I have some beads, and so then I'll add a little couple beads in the middle of it. And I'm going to put this in my garden with my other two wands that I have in there. I have two wands, and then I have some other copper pipes that I'm going to make two more wands and put in this garden too. But let me grab the wand. Okay. So that's an amethyst right here in the middle. And this is my little fun wand. I don't know if I do any magic. I feel like I do though. We're all magical. Yeah, we're all magical beings, right? So yeah, this is my littlest wand I've made, and I actually want to design it where I can put a little point on it, right? And it looks like a dagger. I don't know, but I thought that would be cool. But yeah, so this is my inspiration, I guess. This was actually my first one I've ever made too. I don't know. I was just trying to figure out something to do with this selenite wand. Shoot, I have a lot of them. I have a lot of selenite wands. They're great for your crown chakra. For anybody familiar with the crown chakra, they're great for your crown chakra. I did this thing where I wrote a book while I had some friends in here. I wrote a book. It's called Diamond Deals That Heals, Balancing Chakras with Crystals to Help Manage Mental Health. I am still in the middle of getting it uploaded and edited so that I can get it fully republished out here to the people. But right now, it has a lot of errors. It has a lot of errors. So I'm working on getting it fixed, though. No worries. I am really working on getting that fixed. And once I get it fixed, I'll get it published. But what I do like to do is I'll go online and I'll read from my book sometimes and share the information. And it may be a little tricky because somebody might hear what I'm sharing and want to run with it. But I'll tell you they can have it because I know, what am I trying to say here? I know what I know, and anybody can actually take it. Um, when it comes to mental health and crystals, um, I had read about how some crystals can help with like grief or bitterness, heartbreak, um, sadness, depression, anger, aggression, uh, even being like super naive to things, right? Like even stuff like that. Um, they have crystals that can help, balance an individual out, is what I'm saying here. Come on, this thing right here, it keeps sliding off. Maybe if I do this, hold it, gotta hold it in between the legs for a second. See, I'll share. As soon as I get this wrap, concentrating here. Gotta concentrate on this because it keeps slipping. I have to give it my full attention. There we go. Awesome. It's locked in place now. I got it. And so, like, so someone who's constantly angry, they prefrontal prefrontal cortex could be underdeveloped, and when it's underdeveloped, it makes the individual have these other chemical imbalances, like a cortisol and other things like that. And so I've read, greetings, Fire. How are you? Glad to see you this evening. And so, like rose quartz, I'll just use rose quartz as an example. That one is really great for helping one release anger and depression as well, anxiety. And then like for we'll say like someone who has is experienced like hypersexuality or compulsive sexual disorder. I am well. Thank you for asking. Thank you for being here. As someone who's experiencing something like that, then they will want to deal with crystals that help balance the sacral chakra, and that is a lot of what's going on today. You know, a lot of um, you know, in the world we see, you know, a lot of people, individuals cannot control themselves, and when you're constantly um, compulsive like that, it does make you release chemicals in the brain that you should not be released, which can lead to things like addiction. So this is the stuff that I study, you know, myself. I study because I suffered from these things as well, mental disorders. And so because I suffered from these things, I wanted to heal myself because I was going to the doctor, of course, and it just wasn't helping. I don't know if anybody else experienced that. I also turned to religion. Um, I had turned to religion as well. You know, I was going to church, and I just wasn't getting the help that I needed, and I was self-destructing. You know, if anybody familiar with that term, then you know what I mean by that. You know, I was definitely self-destructing, and so hold up, I closed it. I didn't even close it all the way. Gotta get it around here first. And so you know, I got crystals, and it definitely helped. Right, exactly. So, for us older women, women of with age, I'm 38, um, we do experience that. And what we should be doing is creating with it. Like, uh, I think you do your dance moves, right? Those dance move videos, those are very creative. And that is what a lot of that energy can go to. Like for me, I was experiencing that too, where I noticed it was a height in it, and especially like for us women around our cycles and stuff like that, it makes us more around this little TikTok after dark conversation. uh, So we should be creating. We should be creating in some way. I have a garden. I also make jewelry and everything. You know, jewelry not in everything, but I make jewelry in other things. I should say. So 28. Thank you, thank you. No, yeah, I'm 38. I don't know what is. Look, y'all. I was looking at a video recently. I was like, why do I look so young? What is going on? My biggest fear right now is when I get older, a lot of my closest people are gonna be deceased, and I'm gonna still be here because I take a lot of care of the avatar, like I do. But yeah, I've noticed, like, you know, that with that energy, we can create so many awesome things for ourselves. And so I was sharing that information with I guess you could still say, I know we're not talking, but she'll probably always be my best friend. I'll probably never find another one, right? But yeah, me and her. we was having this conversation. She was telling me that that was kind of like her issues, that she had a lot of this built up energy. And so I was like, girl, I be making stuff. I make a lot of stuff, like, right, that's right. We really are not. Like, us that's taking care of our bodies and stuff. What? We look magnificent. I agree. I agree. And I just created so many things, with that sacral chakra energy, right? Oh man, I can't believe I've been letting it go to waste all those years, you know. But now that I know better, I do better, right? Now that I know better, I do better, and I don't waste it anymore. I don't waste it anymore. It goes to great use. And so I think that's something that we need to be talking about more in our community, with our youth, is that they're thinking that they're aroused and they're not. They actually need to be creating, right? They just got a built up creative energy that needs to be one way or another. And so we need to teach them, more proper ways to release it. This world is so perverted, you know, like everything is so perverted now. Yes, yes. I would love to see more. Whatever your creativity comes out to be, I would love to see more. Like start getting them to tap into hobbies, and maybe even creating a business from their hobbies or their talents, their gifts, so they don't have to go work for these corporations that tend to break the body down and, take a lot of the youth from you. Like, oh yeah. I did a duck flower detox 1 year, and that took a lot out. That took a lot out of me. And I think something like that is very needed for an individual who indulge in a lot of substance and things like that. And I do think that played a big part in healing the avatar, from the inside out. So over it. Oh, oh yeah. At that point is that need to, I really need to express myself. I don't know if that's what you experience when you reach that. It's like, I don't want to do whatever it is that I'm doing, and I want everybody to know I don't want to do this anymore, and I just it's just overdoing it. Like I don't want to participate in that. Okay, that's what I said. I don't know how much of this wine that I'm going to do this evening, but I'm going to do a lot. I'm going to do a lot. So I'm going to wrap this to make it strong. And so I'm using scraps here that I got, whatever little scraps of copper I had laying around, because this is going in my garden. So I'm not gonna put a lot of money into it. And then I had some bronze and gold wire, so I'm gonna blend it with the copper on here. I think that'd be cool. I don't know, just to get rid of it. It's just sitting in my drawer, just sitting there. But I do think that activity, and like when we don't fully express ourselves, some of us, when we don't get to fully express ourselves, it can drive us almost insane. Like you can feel like you're really losing your mind because you're not able to express yourself the way that you need to, however that may be. I mean, sometimes people have to go through the trials and errors of, doing things that they shouldn't in order, it's just to grow to grow into a better version of themselves. Because I'm not all things that I went through, I had to go through. I don't think that. But I do think that some things I went through, I had to go through it. I don't ever think that anyone should have to go through any type of like sexual abuse to grow or anything. But I do think that like it's just certain things one has to go through, like maybe being homeless or something. Uh, thank you for the gift, for the gifts, gratitude. But yeah, it's just like okay, maybe like I lost my job, and I wasn't like an extreme level of homelessness where I had nowhere to go. I was very thankful and grateful to have somewhere to go both times while being homeless. And I feel like I had to go through that to learn to value things that I have, right? Many things that I have, I just really didn't value it. I always felt like, oh, well, I'll get it back. I did it so I'll get it back, you know, and not really being responsible, taking care of responsibility. So that was the result of that. I had to learn that, and I had to go through those things in order to learn it. So that's what I mean by that. But like, I don't think anybody had to go through like some form of extreme abuse to grow. That to me is just like pacifying the machines that I call here that run the evilness of this place to me. Um, I think that now I also do think that people get what they deserve. I don't know if that makes me that guy or not, but I get what they deserve, and even me, like, and I know some people like, oh, no way, no way, like, even me, I get what I deserve, and that's a harsh reality many don't want to accept, but it's true. People get what they deserve. You'd be like, oh, they didn't deserve death. We don't get to decide that. I don't know who decides that. Honestly, I don't know who or what decides it, but something makes that decision that guess what? This is the price you gotta pay. Yeah, how it's ran. That's exactly right. It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark here in this place. And if you're not aware enough, you'll get caught up in the darkness of this place. And in some cases, for some people, they end up in fear. They end up, excuse me, in fear here in this place. And so you don't want to end up in fear. Let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one first. Yeah, you don't want to end up in fear here. Fear here leads to not living to me. Like when one is in fear here in this realm, in this state, in this place, you don't do a lot of living, You don't, so you don't want to be in fear. Hold on. Oh, I gotta do this one the way I did the other one. I forget. Uh-oh. It's getting low. Maybe I ain't gonna be able to do it like that. nice. Maybe I'll do it with this. When I had to concentrate, I gotta stop talking so I can get my rap on, you know. Stay there, son. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta hurt my fingers for this. My goal is to not fear anything higher. I love that. I love it because I just shared one of my fears earlier, didn't I? And it's bad because I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I agree. Because I know I have some fears. And some things that I fear, though, is like weird things. Why do you fear that? That are things that I fear. I do know that I have a fear of, not really of unaliving, but leaving those that I care about. Like, I don't think I'm ready for that. And so that has a little, some level of, fear to it, and to some degree. I remember I used to now on stuff. My fear is losing my voice and vice versa. Yes. Right. That's what I said. Like, not being able to be here, for my loved ones, my daughter, uh, my parents, because they're still here. So that is all like a thing there. And so that's something that I do think about, you know. And then the experience, not quite ready to leave the experience, but like that. Oh, that's right. That's what I said. Like, one of my fears is like being the only one still alive after everybody transitions. Like, whoa, that'll be intense for me. Another one, I guess, is leaving here and not knowing the truth, right? Like, I think I do want to know the truth of things, how all of this works. So, like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Suck to leave this place and not know how any of this works. And then end up coming back like, whoa, hold on. So, maybe reincarnate without knowledge, right? Your memories of your past life. I think that's something that we should get, but we don't. We really don't get that. Tighten this as much as I can. There we go. We are highly misled here. Now, because when I transition, I'll know it all. See, that's what I expect. That's what I'm expecting. But I just, like, I don't know. Like, because I don't remember crap. from my last transition. But I have memories of things like I don't know, like so recently, um, I've been playing this Whitney Houston song a lot, and it's like from the '80s, like the early '80s, and it's super familiar to me, and I've never played it before until a couple months ago. Not even a couple months ago, maybe just like a month ago. I just started playing it a lot, and I don't recall my mom listening to it or anything. And so I was wondering to myself, like, why does this song sound like not just sound familiar, but it feels familiar? Why do it feel like I've always known this song, even though it's my first time listening to it? And I wonder, did I hear the song like in a movie or something? Maybe that's why it's so familiar to me. But honestly, I really don't know. And so I wonder, like, is it a past life memory thing, experience, but because it was in the same timeline in a sense, the song still exists and all of these things. Like, I don't know. I'm assuming it's possible. So if you know, staying alone. That's what I'm saying. Like, this song is so familiar. Like, I was born in '88. This song, like, makes me wonder, like, did I like transition and come right back? Because people talk about these things. It was a young man, this little boy, and he was like, I don't know if you've seen the video, but he was like yelling at his mom and stuff, and core memory. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why do I have this feeling and remember this? But this little boy, he remembered his past life, and he was like mad and crying to his mom about how he was not black. You know, so it's like and I don't know. They didn't give the backstory exactly on when he passed and things or looked into when the lady passed, I should say. You know, but it just makes you wonder about some things. And then like singing when I really get a good singing voice, like just like just start crying. Like, I mean, I emotionally cry to the point where my voice cracks up and I no longer have a singing tone whatsoever. I don't know what that is about. I feel like something happened in the past life with singing, and it's very traumatizing for me when I try to sing now. Like, I mean, I would just cry. I don't know why. And it's not like sometimes it could be a happy song too, and I just cry. I don't. It's so weird. It's really, really weird. Yes, that is with the little boy. And he said he remembered that. And then I had a woman share with me on Instagram how she remembers her past life, and she remember um being carbon melanated. I was like, wow, that's pretty deep, And then I have a memory, I have a thought, a possibility that I probably was a non-brown skinned person in the past, like just so I can experience all there is here. Because isn't that the goal, really? Like, I've spoken with other carbon melanated people, and they're like, "Oh no, I've always reincarnated as carbon melanated." But if that's the case, then how do one really experience all there is? And I don't know if we can really reincarnate as insects and stuff, because from my understanding, you have to have a pineal gland and to have a soul. But many don't say that anymore. But that's what I was always told. Um, I have a fowler somewhere. Here it is, up under something. Okay. Looking good there. A, a regression. I have tried, well, not tried to. I was going to do it with someone, and somehow me and the guy's contact got lost. I don't know what happens. Like they didn't want me to do it, and he was my TikTok friend for a very long time, and we had each other phone numbers. I don't even know what happened, how I lost his number, and then I can't remember his business name. So I would definitely have to find someone to do it for me. But yeah, definitely, I should do that. I think my songs went off. Okay. What are we thinking here? I'm gonna stay on for one more hour. Well, for this hour, I guess, till 12. Oh, okay. You know somebody. All right. I'll take a recommendation, of course. I just don't want to, go to just anyone, So, but I have like I've done some meditations like in the tub. Like I'm actually gonna do one when I get off this live here. Um, I'm gonna do a meditation this evening, and I like to do them in the water because let's do this one, and I'll do that one, and that should cover up this whole thing. I don't know, just something about the water. Something about doing them in the water is awesome. Let me see here. My tune's turned off. Because I am very curious about my past life and what that or what that was like, I should say. What was that like? How was it? Let's see if I can play some of her songs, I guess. While I'm on live. Oh, my canister losing fuel. I mean, the mosquitoes gonna be out here. I should have filled that one up. Okay. Yeah, it's I wouldn't be surprised if he got shot on. If he got if his account got taken down. Because they like to do that a lot with people. Um like you'll connect with somebody or something, and then next thing you know their account is gone. Like what happened? And TikTok like, nope, they got blocked. They right there. I need to use my smaller ones for this wire. Because it's a smaller wire. I know I'm using. I know I was talking about because I do a lot of crown chakra meditation. And those do help you uh, clear your mind and focus like on one thing. I'll do that with the crown chakra. I can't remember exactly how he told me he did the past life regression either. But he was a shaman. He's a shaman. This guy. Maybe he'll pop back up one day. I got my first tarot card reading from him just because I'm just curious of what happened to him. He may still be in business. Oh, I know what happened. How we lost contact because I paid him to do something, and then he lost his twin brother, and then after that he stopped being on social media for a little while, and then that's how we lost contact. Yep. See, my memory be like, no, I ain't that bad, but I really just forget things and then have to remember them. And I want this to stay like this, but I don't know if it is. Just so I can do a couple raps. Ah. The wire, so you would think it would be easier to wrap, but I think because it's so small, well, it ain't like super small, but it's much smaller than the other one. So what? So like, here the weather is like in autumn. It's supposed to be summer, but like we got autumn temperatures. Um, the sun just was not out today in the end of July. It's ridiculous. So maybe that could be a part of it. And then I did watch a video. I don't know if you have an iPhone, but they said iPhones be shedding seconds off of the clock, and that actually affects how we perceive time. So I don't know if that, may have a little to do with it. Sound like something back there in my backyard. I don't know what though. It ain't 2 ears the bunny, because he be getting honey. So I know he's probably in his hideaway. I know I'm just a little overwhelmed with the system. Like, how can I say this? Yeah. Like I was in my garden recently, and when I was in my garden, it's like I felt this shift, like a complete shift. I don't know what that shift was, but I felt it, and it was the oddest thing ever because it was like, how can I put this? It was like a cartoon show, you know, a cartoon show when they change the scenes but keep the character in the same place. That's what I felt like. Like I was like, what happened here? What's up, Christina? How you doing? Thank you for the rose. Gratitude. It was just like a real, yeah, weird experience. I was looking around and stuff. I was so in my garden, but it felt different. What's up? Yeah. But yeah, it felt different. I don't know. So they're doing something, man. It was something else too that made me look like feel like time was a little. It was I can't think of what it was, but it'd be a lot of weird stuff going on. Could be, could be, because I started by working at this job I used to work at 20 years ago. And since I've been working there, a lot of things that I forgot about. What's going on with my life? I don't know. It's saying something. What is it doing? Why they trying to end my live in 5 minutes? It said inactivity while I'm talking. That don't make no sense. Can you hear me? I can see it's doing. Why is it not letting me? Yeah, it's saying that my live will end in 3 minutes. We have detected inactivity during your current live. Complete the verification to continue your current live, but there is no verification. And you tapping the screen and commenting. It must be the conversation. No, it's saying that. Mm, mm. Well, I don't know if my live end. I guess I'll start it back. Dang, it took forever for this to pop up. Wow. Okay. I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna turn the light down. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was the Wi-Fi, but being on the Wi-Fi was making my stuff glitch. So that's why I took the Wi-Fi off. Uh, that was weird. They said for inactivity, and we literally like I'm talking, somebody's commenting and tapping the screen. So how's that inactivity? Like, what kind of activity do they want to be going on? Like, she even gifted me. Like, what do they want? What more activity do they want? It was like, let's shut her up. Yeah, it's been like, it's a weird time here in Ohio. Supposed to be spring, supposed to be summer, but it feel like autumn or something. It I don't know, and it's just the end of July, so we should still be like 80 to like right now. It should be unbearable outside. Yeah, we did, cause didn't it mess up like, and now everything back good. It was like just curb the conversation a little bit, cause it's my business account, so they don't want to do too much to me. They just like shut her up that way. Yeah. The time is definitely feeling a little off, like a lot of off. We're gonna do a little magic with this. I almost got the handle halfway done though. I didn't think I would. I don't know, I might do a little small wire through it to make all of the wire be one, I guess. Let me see. And then this one, I don't know if it's gonna be enough, but I'm gonna find out. Well, wherever it stop at, it be good because whatever I do up here anyway, I'm gonna need to take the wire and bring it down. So that'll be cool. I'll do it like that. Yeah, time is really different. Oh, and then like we was noticing how it's a lot of like distractions with the media, with certain stuff. Like a lot of distractions with stuff. Social media is like on an overload with distractions. hmm I think this gonna give a nice little wrap. This a half round wrap right here, or wire, so it's kind of flat. So if I'd have thought about it, I would have put it more where the hand would be like right here, but I didn't think that through. But whatever, it's going in the garden anyway. So man, these mosquitoes are getting your shirt and bite you up. Cause I swear, why I just feel like I just got bit right here. Might need to put something off on my shirt or something. Right, yeah, consumption. hmm Oh yeah. Even the music is like designed to kind of keep you stuck in a time loop, like keep you stuck in a loop. That's how I think of it a little bit. Man, better not be no mosquito in my bed. So I'm be mad because my closer one is going now. They couldn't see. It's dark down my street right here. Yes, it is. All frequency. Okay, okay. I feel like this gonna end up wrapping the whole thing because of how much wire it's turning out to be. I didn't think it was gonna be that much, but it's cool though. I'm gonna take this bath. Um, I made a sacral chakra bath cleanser, and so I'm gonna do the other half of it when I get off the lab here, and it was really relaxing actually. Normally when I do it, I will listen to like some classical music or something, but last night it was so quiet. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just enjoy the sound of the night, and that's what I did. So it's pretty cool. I burned some sage and stuff. Um, Definitely again this evening. I said it was relaxing. I had some tea, folded some laundry because I needed to, and sometimes when I do my bath cleanses and rituals and stuff, I clean the house real good and and just relax after cleaning the house and stuff. But like right now, my house is cluttered, and it is what that is right now. It ain't no trash, just clutterness. So I just let it be. It take a second for these mosquitoes to find you. I'm probably gonna use the big one real quick. Ooh, hands oily, so making it oily. Anxiety, yes. So for anxiety, I have ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is a great mood booster, and it helps with anxiety. It does. Being having a lot of anxiety does affect your memory for sure, or your focus, I should say, your overall mental clarity and everything. That's why I had to stop posting the candle lives for a little bit because of anxiety. Like people will make you have anxiety because like you'll be having a conversation with someone and the next thing you know you're being attacked. And it's like, wait a minute. Now you on defense, you know, craziness. There we go. Stay like that. There we go. Can't use that one to push it down because we got the teeth on it. There we go. Maybe I can use my gloves for this part. Might be able to get a little more pressure on it. It just depends on the wires a lot of times. on the edge lately? Are you driving a lot? If you're driving a lot, I can see that kind of like being a, some of the issue because, man, I drive a lot, and I notice when I'm driving, I'm always cursing, I'm aggressive, and it's like, why am I like this? Why am I being like this? And I know why though, because people drive so annoying, and it's so compact, like in the cities and stuff. Oh my gosh, just a lot to drive in the cities, just a lot. I almost got the handle together. What time is it? Okay, 30 minutes. Ooh, let's not even talk about that road rage. Man, I had a woman just stop in front of me. Like, that just really blew me away. Like, you don't just stop. Like, and we was going full speed. Like, just happy I was paying attention. And I don't like to ride up on people because people be trying to get paid. So I make sure I keep a car distance between me and individuals on the road. But I will tell you that people be definitely trying to get paid. They just be braking. Or they'll drive real slow, you know. And a lot of times I just have to go around people. Every now and again I might blow my horn. But even then, like, you almost can't even do that these days because people get mad because you blew your horn at them. Like, what? It's a car horn. That's what it's designed for. I suppose to blow, you know, when it's need some type of communication. Y'all heard the car horn? That's between two drivers. Look, y'all hear that? Ah, as a car horn blowing, as I'm talking about blowing your car horn. Whoa, they need to slow down. They drunk. They super drunk. Cause why they driving that fast on a one way? It's a one way. Where they going? I mean, no, it's a no outlet. So they can only, go out off the street. Why they speeding like that? They gonna run that stop sign. That's why. hmm Yeah, I had one lady. She she forgot she had two traffics to look for. She was only looking for cars, and she wasn't looking for the pedestrians. And she almost hit me and another person. And I was like, okay. But then she started trying to pull out, and I'm like, bro, you gotta wait. Like, I'm like, see, why is she trying to pull out? And there's traffic coming. I'm like, she gotta wait. And so she rolled her window down on her car, like, what you say? You ain't checking me. I said, you gotta wait. You might as well wait. Like, she's like, well, I wasn't gonna hit you. I was like, well, I could tell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but you gotta wait. It's traffic coming in. It's people walking past. Like, you just gotta wait. Like, and so she's like, all right, well, you have a nice day. I said, and we said it at the same time, like, girl, have a nice day. But I think she knew I was about to say it, so she tried to hurry up and say it too, because ain't nobody on that, you and your attitude. And, we all getting out for work. You ain't the only one. I'm getting out for work too. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? We need to keep that consideration for everybody. Like, you can't just be like, oh, I'm getting off of work. Since I'm getting off of work, everybody need to get out my way. No, no. It ain't like that in the Matrix, man. You gotta do some serious coding to run the Matrix like that. I was speaking with a woman, and she was sharing some of her story with me, and she was sharing about how she was a part of allegedly part of like the CIA and stuff like that, and she had saw documents stating about the Matrix and things like that. Allegedly, yeah, everybody want to get home. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I was like, that's why I be telling myself like some people they just they just here, they're just background characters. You know what I'm saying? Now her, she might have been the main character. I like to think that individuals who I engage with in public, they be main character status. Not all the time, right? But I do think that like a lot of times, to me, for me anyway, my experience is that like when we engage and when we engage with one another and we have a conversation like and we talking about something, not no weather, not anything like that. Oh, thank you, Anna. Greetings, welcome in. But when we actually like, I like to share this story all the time. Me and this gentleman was walking down the street. We were going in the opposite direction from each other, but we was crossing each other's path like this, and the train was coming, and he almost got hit by that train. Me and him looked at each other, and he was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "Yeah, you better get out that street," And so things like that. I like to think that he was a real person. He just got. Slipping. And then I had another guy. He pulled into the crosswalk. That's what I had to remember the name. Yes, Namaste. And he pulled into the crosswalk. And when he pulled into the crosswalk, I thought that, well, not I thought, no, he put into the crosswalk and he was like blocking traffic and everything. And so I got a little irritated. I was like, why would you do that and stuff? And he rolls his window down, was like, I'm sorry. And so when he said he was sorry, I said, oh, that was a real person right there because he felt my frustration and he acknowledged it. He could have just been like, whatever, she'll suck it up. She got across the street, didn't she? But instead he was like, he was like, oh man, I did do that, didn't I? I'm sorry I did that. Like, and that's why I say, yeah, that was some main character, some real energy right there. He's a real person. Oh, look at that. We halfway there. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The light. Trying to see how I can get it in the camera. Oh, that's a good little kind of angle of it. I should do the good part tomorrow. So to be a better view of it. I think I am. I think I am. I think I'm gonna do the rest tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and end a couple minutes early. I wanted to stay on the 12, but I ended up getting done with this, and I don't want to start the good part until tomorrow. But what I can do really quick before I go is if I want to do this one piece here, because oh, that straightened out really good for me. Guess I'll do this real quick for the last 15 minutes before I go real quick. I don't want to cut it off because I don't know exactly how much I'm going to need. I don't want it to probably want be too short if I cut it. So I don't want to cut it. Okay, so Okay. Sound like some sirens going off. Y'all hear that? Gratitude. What's up, this soul? Greetings to you. Welcome in. Glad you came in. It's been a while. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Just coming in. Greetings to everybody stopping in. Yeah, I was just about to get off, but then I was like, no, I don't want to get off yet. Uh, I want to wrap this handle a little more, but I think I want to use a smaller wire here. This one's too big. I really like this 16 gauge, but it's too big for the pattern. So I'll make it look too overlaid. So I don't want that. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the gifts. Gratitude. So life's getting better every day. Hey, look, we were just talking about how we time, what's going on with time. That's what we were just talking about up in here. So, oh, I know. Use, what's this, bronze? Should I use the gold or the bronze? I'll use the 18 gauge bronze on here because I want to use them. I want to use some of them. But yeah, we were just talking about how just time is just feels different in some way, like I was saying how here in Ohio, we are getting fall like temperatures, autumn like temperatures here. It's really weird. Um, and allegedly, I got to make sure I remember to use those fire. Allegedly, Apple shaves off like seconds on the clock, so I don't know how true that is, but yeah, it's getting hotter. Oh, so based off of the areas, the temperatures is uh, increasing. Like here, Ohio would be like considered kind of a cold state. So that's why the summers are getting cooler. I got you. But Florida is a hot state. So it's getting hotter, right? Is that what you're telling me? That's wild. They also did a lot of like rain. We got a lot of rain here recently, and that rain caused a lot of flooding. The rain we got here, it caused a lot of flooding. Okay, yeah, I think this will look good. You used to it? Yeah, I'm used to the cold, but I want to feel that summer, man. Our summers are not as hot as they used to be. You know, when I was younger, Texas one year, it was much cooler than usual. Okay. So yeah. So now I do know that they had this thing. It's called like a weather or something. I don't know what it's called exactly, but I had looked it up. But what is it ciphered out, or it? How would you say? What is the word I would use? I know that basically it sends cold winds around the country. I don't know about the world, but I do know they said around the country. And that's why I was like, oh, wow, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. So, and that was like one year was really cold. They said it was cold everywhere. It was even cold in Florida. I remember that. It was cold everywhere. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's gonna really have a nice shine to it later. No, no, I ain't talking about that heart machine. I'm very familiar with that heart machine. So, um, now the heart machine, if anybody's unfamiliar with it, what it looks like, allegedly, disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. The uh, the heart machine looks like a bunch of those windmills in the fields. It's a bunch of windmills in the fields, and what it does is that wind starts up those machines, and then it starts to produce, excuse me, artificial clouds and cloud seeding. So I mean, it could still be, excuse me, it could still be hard. I mean, like it just could be like a different part. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like is up in Antarctica. Like, and I do know harp is all over now. Harp is all over. Harp, they got those little harp farms or fields or whatever. They got them all over the world and stuff. But this one actually is not even in our country. Let me rephrase that. It's like up in Antarctica. I don't know if that's up north or not. North Pole, up there. Right, like Canada, past Canada and all that stuff. So it's up there, and basically, uh, it pushes this cold air around. And CERN is, yes, they do the portal stuff. Yes, they do. And to me, I think they are the ones why we are getting very crazy bugs. Just my theory. I'm gonna use the word theory because I don't know for sure. It's a theory. But yeah, we getting these crazy bugs and stuff, and I think it's like because they're coming through like some type of portal or something. I don't know. I don't know. Like, what's up, Pickens? Thank you for reposting. I'm about to get off in 8 minutes. I'm gonna stay on because I got some friends. My friends came in. I'm gonna go live tomorrow too, but it'll be earlier. I don't know what anybody's gonna be doing, but it'll definitely be earlier. I'll go live. Yes, you have a great night as well. Yeah, but this so have you seen that account? The Sky Machines. I think he's like what is his name? Skyman. I think that's his account, and so he he talks about like how there's a machine in the sky. Oh man, I'm gonna look for it when I get off this live. I'm gonna look for his account and just share a video or two with you. But he basically has this theory, and I use the term theory so because it's a theory really. But he has this theory about how there's like because we talk about this being a matrix and everything and a simulation, and so if that is accurate, then one of the most uh things that many would not want to accept is that the sun is in fact a machine, right? Which I see it as a machine. I see everything as a machine, though. I see Earth. I see the manufacturing of it in a sense, like, but not in a artificial technology way. I see it as a organic machine, right? Like they say, our bodies are bio machine, or I don't think that's the word I'm looking for, but you all know where I'm going with that part, right? But so the sun, uh, these planes with the chemtrails, those are uh, allegedly, right, not chemtrails at all, but in fact they are like tracks. And so the planes come and release these tracks to help guide the sun and have the sun reposition itself in different parts of the sky. Allegedly, y'all, I gotta keep saying it. But this is his theory, and in a couple of his videos, it is absolutely undeniable. You can't see it. Factual, like it's just with the eyes is what you see. And I've studied this. I've seen clouds sometimes that looks like tracks, very unexplainable clouds, and it's like who is making these clouds and why? And then I have noticed this year, I built my garden. Anybody who does garden or farming would understand that you're going to be following that sun and that moon, and that's what I do. And I've noticed that the sun did not rise in the same area of the sky this summer as it did last summer. And the reason why I'm aware of this is because of all of the sun gazing that I was doing last year. I mean, I was doing a lot of sun gazing last year. So this year, of course, I'm like, oh, I want to make this garden bigger. I want to make it better, in a sense. And what I've noticed is that it has more shade now. Now, I will say the tree has gotten a little bigger, but even then, it has went from rising over here to rising over here. And because of how my garden is made, I'm able to uh, see the difference in the distance from last year to this year. So that is like something to consider. Then I also seen a video how the sun was like someone took one of those cameras where you can zoom in, and they allegedly supposed to have zoomed in on the sun. I don't know if this is true or not, but they zoomed in on the sun, and what looked like to me, you can see energy, essence, this like a black smoky essence coming through this sun. And I wonder if it's like souls. That's my theory. That's just a theory. But I wonder if that's what that is, what is really going on, behind the things that we can't, we really can't make out. Let me see. I seen they cover a full moon once with the chemtrail and seen two airplanes. So when they covered it, you seen two airplanes? Because like I have a theory about the moon too. The moon, if you look at the moon, well, first let me share this. I recorded the moon. I don't know if the videos is on this account. They may be, or it may be my darkness account, but I recorded the moon in the past. And oh, they took that account. So I recorded the moon. If anybody got a camera, like a real Canon like camera, and you can zoom in, I always tell people to do this experiment themselves. But zoom in on the moon, a full moon specifically. When you looking at it, it's like tethering in the sky. Like that's what it looks like. It just looks like it's tethering. And it's amazing because it never really bounces out of this, like it's a square. It has this square area that it must stay in. Like if anybody familiar with the old computers, and it would have like the box, right? The box, and the ball would be bouncing in the box like boom, 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 boom. And that's how it looked in this video. And hey Pammy, greetings. And so it to me, I don't know, it's almost like it's stationed there. It is stationed there. It is there, but it's stationed there. It can't go outside of its boxed in area. And then the other thing I've noticed with the full moon, allegedly, I'll use this guy as an example. Let's see here. Oh, look at that. Y'all see that? Y'all can see that, right? That is cool. That is cool. I don't know what made me do that, but that is cool. And this is full moon, right? Now, when the full moon is on new moon, it's like black, right? It's completely black. But when it's full moon, dun, 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 dun. I like doing experiments. This is really cool. If y'all can see on YouTube and Facebook how it looks super cool because it's dark. The background's dark. But so this is the full moon. And when it's going through the phases, why do it looks like this? Like, shit, let me see if I can get this to be how I need it to be. So we'll just say my fingers. We'll just pretend that my fingers is phases, right? These fingers here is the different phases, right? And so this is how I see it, is that it is going from, here we go, it's full. This is the full moon, right? And so it goes boom, 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 boom. And then you can't see it anymore. And so this is the new moon. This is the new moon, allegedly. Allegedly. So I don't know. I don't know. You have a great night too. Oh, did it freeze? Did my live freeze? Oh my goodness. Did it freeze? Okay, well, it is now 0 100 hour because my clock is on 0 100 hour. And before I go, I just want to leave everybody with just a little crystal information, just a quick little crystal information, like what do I want to say here? Just something quick. I don't want to read a whole paragraph or anything. Oh, here, I'll share clear quartz. Clear quartz, considered a master healer. Clear quartz is a versatile, it's versatile and thought to amplify energy, enhance focus. Hey, Fire, get you some clear quartz, okay? Remember we were talking about focusing and stuff. Get you some clear quartz, and it will help uh, amplify the energy, enhance focus, and promote mental clarity. So if you have your clear quartz, go ahead and what's up, Ramoka? Greetings. I'm actually about to get ready to get off. I'll definitely go live tomorrow. I'm going to go live a lot earlier. I started my live at 10 p.m. today, but I'm going to start it at 8 tomorrow. So maybe all of my friends will be able to pop in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I definitely had a great time hanging out with you all. And I'll be back tomorrow because oh, before you all go, Ramoka, Pammy, I know you just came in. Anna, I think you got to see some of this. But yeah, this wand is what I'm making. Yeah, for sure, for sure. Let me show you. So, oh, there we go. I finally got a good angle to get a good shadow of it. So this is what I'm working on. So this is what I'm going to be finishing tomorrow. I got some random like bronze wire and gold and silver wire. So I'm gonna turn this into a wand, and I'm gonna use those wires. And you all will see the finishing touch tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, so it'll be full lighting, and it'll just be better to see. So that's the other reason why I'm gonna go ahead and hop off. But yeah, this is gonna be really cool for the garden. It's like a little wish wand. Like, yep. I don't know. But everybody have a great rest of your evenings, and thanks everybody for popping in to support my live. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time because I want to make this, and so hopefully you all will be free to come in. And if anybody want to join the panel tomorrow, you know you all can because I talk a lot, but I like to hear other people talk too. So love light with a little bit of darkness. I'm the darkness and the light. Gratitude and blessings to my friends. Take Facebook and YouTube. If you like to join the panel, go to D. Rich LLC 5. You'll be able to find my account and you can join the panel and you can be a part of the conversation. And so I'm going to go ahead and close out. TikTok, you all, just love you all so much. You all have been supporting me for 4 years now. Some of my friends on TikTok has been following me, friends with me for 4 years, and just been very supportive and staying with my copper and crystal community. So I'm very thankful for you all. Blessings in abundance. And I'll go ahead and end now. Everybody have a great rest of your evening. And thank you for the 17.k likes. Oh my goodness. I did not think I would get that high up, but thank you, Blake. Thank you all.